you and is driving you nuts, and your dad who's religious and is taking up for your stepmother and driving you crazy, you got to get out of here. So I said, you know, Lord, you didn't say no. You said wait. You know what I mean? If you would have said no, then perhaps I would have not got married. But you said wait. So I went back to my husband and I told him, I said, you know, we both were going to pray about whether or not the Lord, you know, whether or not this was okay with him for us to get married. And I said, what did the Lord tell you? And he, you know, kind of looked at me like, he didn't say anything to me. So I said, well, he said, wait, I warned you to me. And so, you know, we just kind of kept going. So lo and behold, I go down the aisle and I'm walking down the aisle in my white dress, you know, I lost all this weight for my wedding. I've never been fat, you know, but I gained a lot of weight being married and having children. And anyway, I walked down the aisle, and at the very time, the preacher, who was my uncle, said, if anybody here has any objections as to why these two shouldn't get married, or however he worded it, do you know the phone rang in the church and everybody started laughing? It rang at the exact time. And I kind of, like, my heart dropped in my stomach, and I was just kind of like, that's probably Jesus on the other line saying, dummy, I said, wait, I warned you, you know. So, you know, I was so uncomfortable, but, you know, we got married. And what happened was, I found out later that, you know, that what the wait I warned you meant. And what it meant was my husband was, he claimed salvation. He's actually, he was a minister at his father's church. His father was a minister as well. But you can be unequally yoked with another professing Christian. I've learned that the very, very hard way. And my marriage has been really difficult. I was raised and believed that the word says, be ye perfect as I'm perfect, that we're supposed to strive for perfection as Christians. We're supposed to strive for it. And the reason why we're supposed to strive for it is because I believe we're only going to ever reach good. If we strive for perfection, we're going to reach good. The Bible says that ye may prove what is that good, acceptable, and perfect will of the Lord. In this fallen state that we're in, we're only going to reach good if we strive for perfection. So what happens if you don't strive for perfection and you're trying to live the best you can? You know, will you hear, well done, thy good and faithful servant? You know, I don't think so, but I sure would want to take a chance with it. The point is through my marriage, it's been extremely difficult. My husband has tended to, his fruits have proven to be religious as opposed to relationship with Christ. It's been difficult for him to initiate getting a job and then keeping the job without me behind him saying, Ricky, you know, if you don't keep this job, then we're going to be homeless. You know, we got kids, this, that, and the other. And, you know, the Lord has showed me when he said to be a sign when I was 13, that means to relay information. And do you know that I gotten a job as a telemarketer at 13? Well, I was the best telemarketer there. So then as I got older, I looked for a job where I could be home with my children. Okay, so I used to work at a mortgage company telemarketing. Then they tried to make me the manager or whatever. And then the business, then, you know, our bills were short. So I went and looked in the newspaper and found another job, telemarketing from home. So I telemarketed for this guy who happens to be a Jew, and he's a Christian. I'm like, wow, God's chosen. Let me do this. So I telemarketed for him. He's like, Tanya, you're doing such a great job. Quit your job. I'll pay you full time. He paid me full time. My car broke down. He gave me an SUV, which I have today. You know, I'm a digger for information. I was trying to figure out how to make our finances better. So I found an opportunity to buy properties penny on the dollar, which I seen on an infomercial. And I'm like, I can't afford to send them $59.99. I'm going to believe the Lord and find out this information myself. Figured it out myself. The guy called me that I work for from home, and he said, you know, how's everything? I said, bad. I'm tired of being paycheck to paycheck. And I found an opportunity that I can't even take advantage of because I don't have $600. So he said, I'll go in with you. I told him about the opportunity. Bottom line is we bought a property for $600, sold it for $15,000. He gave me the entire amount of money. He didn't even split it. I've been blessed in my gift of relaying information. So I telemarket from home from 9 to 5. I homeschool my kids because I don't like what rubs off on them in public school. And I'm pulling my hair out trying to make ends meet, you know, and stay in my marriage because I don't believe in divorce unless, of course, there was infidelity, you know. So, you know, giving all this testimony to say, if anybody has any encouraging words, if anybody also has the gift of interpretation along with speaking in tongues, which, you know, I've only met a few people that have that gift. And I'm in the book because I read it in the Bible that pray that you have the gift of interpretation, which I didn't even pray for that. I think sometimes the Lord blesses people that are dummies, not administrative people, with gifts that are profound prophetic gifts so that they don't think they're all that. You know what I mean? So that's my explanation for why the Lord has gifted me in this way. But, you know, I figure I gained a whole lot of weight in in my marriage because it's been so difficult. Like I am the go-to person for everything, making sure my husband keeps his job, making sure the bills are paid, making sure my kids' cell phones gets paid. I work from home, like I said, telemarketing from 9 to 5, and then I also handle 100 clients for the guy that I work for, administrative needs that they have, which is pull your hair out stuff. I have 100 clients calling me all the time. Tanya, my insurance didn't go through here. This claim didn't get paid. Along with my own bills, along with dealing with my kids. Be quiet, mommy's telemarketing. Shh, be quiet. I have a 15, a 16, a 17-year-old. You know, I can't wait for the Lord to come get us because I am so overwhelmed. And yes, it's based on my own disobedience. You know, the Lord didn't say no. He said, wait, you know what I mean? I waited. We didn't get married for like 2 or 3 months afterwards. You know, reason is the enemy to faith. So, the point is pray for me, please. You know, pray for me, and I'll keep you in prayer. If anybody has any encouraging words, please. You know, I'm maxed out and overwhelmed, and I really hope that the Lord comes to get us soon. So keep me in prayer. God bless you.